evening, Israel. It's time to make the Holy Land holy again. If anybody wants to contact me, by the way, I hope you can see my email address is up there. It's Gary Tofu at earthlink.net. And my website is adapt, 2 T's on adapt.org. Before Dr. T comes up and talks about physical health, I have to discuss ethics, morality, mental health, spiritual health. Because without a healthy conscience, we cannot have a healthy body. Right now, I want you to think about how you would feel if the moment you were born, someone else had already planned the day of your execution. Because that's what it's like to be a cow, a pig, a chicken, a turkey, or a fish on this planet. They're not born free. They're born to be murdered. But freedom is supposed to be a birthright, a God-given right. I mean, no God's a slave master, a torturer, and a killer of his animals, his babies. If he was, then he wouldn't be God. He'd be the devil. If that statement shocks you or brings up feelings of anger towards me, the problem isn't with me and what I just said. The problem is that humans have victimized animals to such a degree that they aren't even considered victims. They aren't even considered at all. There's nothing, literally, they don't count, they don't matter. They're commodities like TV sets and cell phones. We've actually turned animals into inanimate objects, sandwiches and shoes. It is the greatest magic trick ever performed. And besides the money made from selling their flesh, there's not even decent value on them as inanimate objects. The Israeli flag, for example, which is nothing more than a piece of fabric. The Bible, which is nothing more than a book comprised of ink and paper, stir up more emotions than the murder of animals. If there were a barbecue outside this building today, and people were cooking up steaks and hamburgers, there'd be a party. People would actually celebrate the cow who was killed, the person who killed the cow, and the chef that seasoned her dead body. But if someone poured gasoline on the flag or a Bible, struck a match, set it on fire, Lord have mercy. There'd be an angry mob ready to kill somebody. These lifeless, inanimate objects, the flag and the Bible, are more sacred than animals, living, feeling, breathing beings. Animals are victims, the most oppressed ever. And if you're having a tough time grasping this fact, it's probably because the only time you ever come into contact with cows and chickens and turkeys is when they're cut up and cooked on your dinner plate.